Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Hello, Robert. Hello, Madam Vader. Good morning. Well, it is morning here. It's 2 a.m. I hope you're all doing well. This is my very first live. So, yeah, just be aware that I'm still learning the ropes and hopefully I'll be able to get this right because I have no idea what I'm doing. Hello, Mashu. I hope I got that right. Hello, Terry. It's so nice to see you all. I was convinced no one was going to come, that I was going to be on my own. So, how is everyone? How has your day been? I think it's early for some people. Hi, Naomi. So, tell me how life is treating you today. For me, the day is over, actually. It is 2 a.m. here in Melbourne, Australia. Hi. Hi, Bridger. Oh, this is so nice. Hi, BJ. You're in Alabama. That's what I was going to ask everyone. Tell me where you're from. I can't remember if I showed this. I'm learning the ropes, so bear with me if I get things wrong. Hi, Pebble. Oh, this is so cool. It is so good to be able to speak to you all because I know many of you actually comment on my videos, but it's so nice to actually speak to you. Hi, Raf. Hi, Raf. Hi, Robert. And hi, Jared. Thornall. Hello, Thornall. And I missed you. Sorry, Alex. Magnino Alex, if I miss you, please forgive me because I'm still learning how to do this because it's my very first live as a host. Oh, you are in Belgium, Mashu. Let me go back because now that I've got a few messages. Oh, it's a rainy, dreary day. It's been the same here. Jacqueline, it has been absolutely terrible. We have had hail, then the sun comes out because it's Melbourne, right? So we get 4 seasons in one day. So, Robert, you are in New Jersey. And Alex, you are in California. And it's 4 p.m. in Belgium. Pebble, West Virginia. I love this. Isn't this the coolest thing ever to be able to talk to people all around the world? I absolutely love that about the internet. Jared, you are in Massachusetts. Terry, you are in Kansas. Naomi, hi Naomi, you are in the UK. Madam Vader in Tennessee. It's 4 p.m. in Germany. Freezing. I tell you what, look at this. I'm wearing a jumper because it's actually cold here in Melbourne. It is ridiculous. We're in summer, but it's the first day that we've had cold weather, to be honest. It has been one of the best summers we've had, though it has been hot. But today, yeah, winter woolies. Thank you, Alex. Oh, that's so very kind of you. Hi, Yavanka. You're in Sydney. Yes, I know it's 2 a.m., you poor thing, just like me. But, I'm a night owl. My friends actually call me a vampire because I never go to bed until really late in the morning. And I don't wake up until 12 or something. Hot and stuffy. Oh, it's been terrible here, though. Just rain. Hi, DC Wilson from Los Angeles. Thornall. Yes, you are in Romania. Wind, snow, and fog. Isn't it bizarre? You guys are going through winter, and I'm actually going through summer, though you wouldn't think it today. Hi, Avan Tour. Is that you, Asa? I don't know. From Netherlands, 4 p.m. Yeah, I just love this. All around the world. It is so cool. Hello, Athena from Philadelphia. It's weird, isn't it? I'm actually having summer and you guys are actually having winter, all of you in the Northern Hemisphere. Now, if this does go well, and I'm hoping it does, I will have more lives, but I'll change the times occasionally so I can also cater to everyone who lives in the Southern Hemisphere like me. You go to bed at 9 in the evenings, I'm assuming, so you can wake up at 3. That is so early to actually wake up to read. You finished it in 6 months. I tell you what, Alex, if I wasn't reviewing the videos, I would have finished it as well because I love this series so much, as you all know, that it's really hard not to just continue reading and forget everything else. But, I am reviewing the videos, and in a way, it's actually helping me to take some time to read the books and think about them after I finish them. Oh, Athena, you'll take the icy weather? Yeah, no thanks. I like my summer, I must admit. I like winter too. So I don't know if others are like that. I actually like all the seasons in the year because you get a bit of a break from the really hot weather when it's nice and cool or when it's nice and hot. And then you also get to snuggle at home in the winter. Thank you very much, Pebble. This is my study where I spend a lot of my time editing videos, etc. It's a bit messy, actually. I think so. And these books, yeah, they're all my books for being unhauled or to get unhauled. I haven't done that yet because, yeah, it's been a little bit difficult to get organized, but thank you very much. So, what is, I should say, everyone reading? I'll tell you what I'm reading. The Drawing of the Three. Tell me if that's reversed, because I can't tell. Tell me if I need to mirror my camera so that you can actually read this, because this looks backwards to me. Yeah, I can't tell. I agree, Avon. I agree that it does help with Malazan to take your time. Definitely. You love the summer too. Yes, Alex, it is. It is reversed. Okay. Now, I don't know how to mirror this, but I'll find out. Yeah, that's the problem, right? I just don't know how to do things. There must be a way of doing this. Yes, mirror camera. Okay. Let's try this. Let's try this again, guys. How's that? Ah, yes, that's the right way, right? Let me just take off this for a second so you guys can see. How's that? Yeah, that's better. I'm very lucky I bought these when they first came out. This is the Dark Tower series, right? And I have like 5 pages to go, but I wanted to get ready for the live, so it's going to have to wait till after. All right, now give me a minute to catch up with the chat. So you love the summer. Yes, the fires. The fires have been terrible. I hope you're all safe there. And it's bizarre because it's actually winter in LA. Well, it's good. Yeah, rain's always necessary when you have fires. We get a lot of very bad bushfires in Australia as well. So, yeah, I understand what it's like. In other news, in Romania, an interloper had his kangaroo. Really? Kidnapped him. You're kidding, right? I don't know whether to take you seriously sometimes, Thornell. I just don't know if you actually mean that because I don't believe it. Okay. Nef, I'm not sure what that means. Aventure? You're about to finish The Devil Is Here in These Hills. Raf, you're always reading things that I have never heard of. So at least tell us if it's worth reading or not. I know you do reviews, but I generally don't like watching reviews on books I haven't read, even when they're spoiler free, unless I'm trying to make up my mind whether to read it or not. Hi, Eva. It's nice to see you. And Alex, you're reading The Way of Idan. Oh, before starting The Wheel of Time, I really hope you love The Wheel of Time because I adore it. I know that a lot of people don't, but I actually do. Okay. I'm actually listening to The Way of Idan, the audiobook that's been narrated by Alan from the Library of Alexandria. And oh my God, he's done such a fantastic job. I swear, I feel like I'm listening to different people whenever he is doing a different character. He is really, really talented. So I'm thoroughly enjoying that. Robert is reading The Castle, Frank Kafka. I've read a couple of Kafkas. I've read Metamorphosis and I've read, I think it's The Trial. I'm not a huge fan of Kafka, I must admit. Oh, Madam Vader. Yes, I know that you are loving it. Yeah, I'm so happy that you are enjoying it. And I hope that anyone who is doing the Dark Tower read along with me on my channel, I hope you guys who may have hesitated over the Gunslinger did at least try the Drawing of the Three because it's very, very different to the first book. Terry, you're reading The Guns of the Dawn and The Exiled Fleet. Now, that's something else I'm going to ask you guys. How many of you have more than one book going at a time? I generally can't read more than one book, though I do occasionally do it with a classic. Oops. Sorry. I'm not sure what that sound was. Yeah, I've heard something, but here we go. Oh. Hello, Matt.
Hey, Kath.
Hello.
How you
How
going?
are you?
Pretty good. I just realised I need my proper microphone. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, Terry, as soon as I finish the Drawing of the Three, which, like I said, I have 5 pages to go, I'm going to start Guns of the Dawn. Now, I don't know if that's going to be tonight or tomorrow, but I'm definitely starting that next. And after that, I might read Night Watch by Terry Pratchett, because that's the one I'm up to next. And then I'm going to read the next Malazan book. And I've got to say, it's been so hard not to just jump into that. Athena, you are reading Babylon's Ashes in the Expanse series. I haven't started that series, but I'm determined to at least try one. And BJ, you're reading Speaks the Nightbird. Oh, and Ninth House by Bardugo, as well as some Mistress. I don't know how people do that. Do you read more than one book, Matt, at a time?
Generally not. I sometimes do if they're really, really different books.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't read 2 epic fantasies at the same time, but if I'm reading a non-fiction book and an epic fantasy, then I can switch back and forth without confusing myself. And I'm reading comics kind of in the background all the time, so I guess that counts.
See, I actually don't read comics. I don't read graphic novels at all. I've tried them. Doesn't
Love
appeal
comics.
to me. Yeah.
Love comics.
Yeah, I know a lot of people do, but never took to it.
Yeah.
I'm just catching up with some of the chat because I think I'm getting
Yeah.
behind. I'm trying to learn how to do
Happens.
both. Chat to someone, or you can tell people. First off, oh my God, let me start again. Welcome to my channel. You are my very first guest, so I'm really excited. Thank you so much for
What
joining
a
me.
pleasure. And lots of friends in the chat as well.
I
I see
know.
Theo. I haven't seen Theo in ages. Rekindled Rita.
Oh,
Ron,
Theo, yes, he's back. I'm really happy to see he's
Thornall,
been bringing out videos
Jared.
again.
Yeah. Is it really rude if I eat my late lunch on a stream?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. If it is, I'm going to do it anyway, but I just want to know.
No, no, I don't mind. I'm easy when it comes to things like that. I think it's really good to just be as natural as we can be on screen. People tell me, like my family and friends, that I'm the same in the video as I am in person. And I think that's the greatest compliment I could have.
Yeah.
I never thought so, though, because I've never been comfortable in front of a screen. So it
I
took
think
a
that's
lot of
actually
getting used to.
I think that's actually the trick
Mm,
is to not be too comfortable and used to it, because a lot of people are very comfortable
yeah.
and what they're doing is they're performing.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't perform. I can't act for the life of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, not at all. All right. I'm just going to go quickly through the chat. So,
Good.
A. Van Tour is reading The Warrior Prophet by Scott Baker. I am definitely going to read that series or try it. Hi, Asynth. Hello. Thornall, you started Grave Empire, but you have a few more books to read. Mashu is reading Sword of Fire by Catherine Kerr. You know, Catherine Kerr is so underrated, criminally underrated. You never hear her being talked about on YouTube, but she has always been one of my favorite female fantasy writers because she has very strong influence in her series, and she deals with reincarnation, which I had not seen anyone else do. I love her books. She's definitely worth reading. So Alex is also planning on reading the Becker books at some time. Pebble is reading Silver Blood Promise. I've heard mixed things on there, so I'll be curious to hear what you think of that. No, it's not, so far it's not connecting with you. Speaks the Nightbird. Yes, Colton will be very pleased to hear people reading.
I'm so looking forward to getting to that. Colton hassled me until I read Boy's Life, and
Yeah,
then I loved Boy's Life. So
yeah,
he was like, "Okay, Speaks the Nightbird's next." So
yeah. That's the series, the Matthew Corbett series, I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Madam Vader has been reading. Oh, she's becoming obsessed with McCammon and Stephen King. I know that. And
they're pretty similar. They
yeah,
feel they
yeah,
feel like in the
yeah.
same neighborhood to me. Like Boy's Life is largely about a boy's life,
Mm,
which is a very Stephen King thing, like kids and
yeah,
nostalgia for growing up in the 60s and that kind of thing. And it's also about weird things happening,
yeah. A bit of
which
magic
obviously
or
is
mystery or
magic-ish. Yeah, yeah,
horror.
exactly.
Sorry. Yeah.
And also a little horror, and it all felt very Stephen Kingish to me.
Mm, mm. You just finished Bonded in Dead by J.D. Robb, Yavanka. Yeah, I'll be honest, I may struggle to read our February book club. Yavanka is one of my patrons, and we have a monthly book club. So, yeah, I'm struggling. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it this month, but I'm going to try. Also, your story was true about the kangaroo in Romania. How cool is that? It's been kidnapped and held for ransom.
A kangaroo that's being kidnapped and held for ransom in Romania.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Hi, Theo. Thank you so much for dropping in at 7 a.m. I really appreciate
Theo,
that.
my man.
And hello,
Tanaka.
Michael. Michael is another one of my patrons. So, and I think, Michael, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you are in Austria. And I hope it's not too out. Yes, you can call me a night owl because that's probably what most people think of me. It's a history of labor struggles in West Virginia coal mining during the early 20th century.
Sounds like exactly the kind of thing Raph would read.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
And no one else.
It may make you angry though. Yeah, unfortunately, whenever you do hear about injustice or read about it, it is very upsetting.
Yeah. Raph is also a fan of poking himself in the eye. He enjoys making himself angry by reading books that make you angry.
Yeah. I don't think sometimes it takes much to get angry with this world, with so many injustices that happen or so many horrible things that happen. It's not hard. I've kind of
That's why
gone,
I don't read books that make me angry. There's more than enough other stuff.
yeah, yeah. I've reached the point I've gone on a little bit of a blackout with the news because I'm just so tired of hearing all this negative stuff. Hmm. Oh, that's very nice of you, Alex. I think it's really important for all the authors to get that kind of feedback.
Raph made a blind joke. Always like to see it. Quote unquote, see it.
Finished book 4 of A Chorus of Dragons. I don't know that book, Eva. You have to tell me about it. Conan and Elric. I've read the Robert Jordan books that he wrote on Conan because I was such a fan of him. I read everything that he wrote, but I haven't read the originals by, I think it's Robert Howard. Is that right? I think it is. Yeah. And Elric is on my TBR, my never ending TBR. Yes, okay. My nickname will be Night Owl from now on. Okay.
Jeroen has shown up.
I'm sorry? Am I behind?
Jeroen. No, Jeroen has shown up.
Oh, cool.
Good to see you, man. Even if you are Dutch.
Cloud Atlas. I really want to read that. So
Cloud
you're in,
Atlas is amazing.
yeah, I've heard really good things about it. That or Bone Clocks. I haven't decided which one. Oh, it's surprising. Several of you actually do read more than one. At the moment, I have two because I am partway through Brothers Karamazov. I finished the first part and I put it aside because I had way too many commitments this month. And I'm not doing that again. But anyway, hello, Ron. Always multiple books. Okay. And so does Mashu. Multiple books again. Hello, Revan. Nice to see you. Thank you so much.
Always good to see you, Robin.
Oh, now this is interesting. I thought Conan would give me the castle feel, but not very much. It's just okay to me. However, Elric, I'm vastly enjoying. That makes me want to read Elric even more.
Yeah. The inspirations that the other things that people have done that have been inspired by Elric is a very long list.
Yeah, yeah.
When you read Elric for the first time now, it feels derivative because it was the thing that so many things copied.
I have a very God, I think it's raining again here. It hasn't stopped raining all day, and it's quite loud actually. I don't know how this microphone is working out. I hope it sounds good to you guys. Let me know. But cool. Okay. Regarding Elric or older books, I mean, I've been reading for a very long time, so I'm aware that when a book came out, it's quite different to reading it today. So I always keep that in mind when I'm reading older books, that yeah, it might sound familiar. It might be something I've read now, but at the time it was original or different to anything else. And I think it's something people tend to forget, that, you know, a book that came out 40 years ago may have been extremely original. Well, maybe not extremely, but it may have done
I think
something.
Ulrich was very original at the
Yeah,
time, for sure. I mean, in the Ulrich
yeah.
example specifically,
I
I
heard
think at the time it was very original
I heard
because
it
it
was a
wasn't.
reaction to Tolkien. Is that right? That he wrote that in
I
part as a reaction?
no,
No?
no. I mean, I think people put things together. He has an essay where he writes about Tolkien,
Yes.
and he wasn't a big fan of a lot of Tolkien stuff, like the monarchist worldview and the Catholicism and the straight laced kind of uptight Englishness.
Yeah.
Um, but actually, I think Ulrich was more of a reaction to Conan.
Oh, okay. Robert Howard's Conan,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Conan was this like big, strong, can do anything, always wins kind of guy, and Ulrich is a wimpy, smart guy who
yeah.
is addicted to drugs to be able to be any kind of hero,
Wow.
and is mostly a sorcerer.
Wow.
And like the Ulrich books deal with some really dark themes, and he has a sword that drinks souls, and it all. I mean, like I said, none of it sounds particularly groundbreaking today,
No, but it
but
would have been
at
at
the
the time.
time there wasn't anything like it. You
Yeah.
know, I
Yeah.
read it back in the '80s, and it's older. A lot of it's older than that as well. And yeah, Elric was just a twig, skinny and very introspective. Yeah, as Magnano Alex says.
I'm looking forward to reading it, and I'm getting behind on the chat, so bear with me,
Yeah, go
guys.
for it.
No, you keep talking, Matt. I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm just knowing that
It's
I'm getting behind because I'm not used to actually talking to someone as well as trying to keep up with the chat.
yeah, no worries. It's funny. I think if you are a young reader or a consumer of nerd culture, um, Robert, I couldn't really get into Something Is Killing the Children. I read the first omnibus and was like, yeah, this is all right. I don't know. I just didn't super get into it. But I think as a younger reader or consumer of nerd culture today, if you watch House of the Dragon,
Mm.
and there's a particular fight there where the guy, Daemon Targaryen, comes out and he's wearing all black armor and he has a dragon helm on and his white hair flowing over his shoulders. I was like, that's Elric. Like
Mm.
you have one-to-one copied exactly what Elric looks like.
Yeah.
Daemon Targaryen doesn't have a moaning, soul-drinking sword, but otherwise, Elric.
It's very similar.
Animander Rake, there just looks like, to me, there's a lot of Elric inspiration. And I think Erickson went a more interesting direction, or just a different direction. And
Now
I think
I have to read
Animander
it.
Rake is, yeah, I think Rake is a deeper character in. Well, no, I don't know if it's fair to say that, but
Did you
yeah,
say you think Elric is a deeper character?
no, Rake.
Right, Animander.
Animander
I
Rake, but
haven't seen him in a while.
I would.
I'm only up to book 6. I just finished Bone Hunters. I haven't seen him since Memories of Ice, so I am
Yeah,
very curious because I know he's going to play a role, obviously, and I don't
he's
want to give
big.
away any spoilers, but
He's
yeah.
big, more big in the earlier books, and then sort of comes back pretty damn big later.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to the next book. It's been hard holding off reading it, but I committed to so many things. And yeah, this is why I don't like doing TBRs because I am such a mood reader. And it bugs me that I can't just pick up what I want because I said, yes, I'll read this and I'll read this. Not that I
I did
mind, but yeah.
I did that in the first year of my channel. I was very like, because it seemed like that's the way you're meant to do booktube. You're
Yeah.
meant to have a TBR and you're meant to make promises and stick to them and
Yeah.
read this month and read that month. And it drove me nuts. It fucking irritated the crap out of me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. It doesn't work. Not for me.
I was like, I'm not doing any of that shit anymore. I'm over it. I will pick up whatever I want when I want, and I won't make any promises unless it's a buddy read where I'm reading something with somebody.
Well, that's the thing, you see, is that other than my patrons' book club, I generally don't commit to buddy reads unless it's with a friend. Like Jacqueline, yeah. I do a lot of buddy reading with her. But, you know, as I've been spending more time on the Discord, there's all these fascinating books that people are reading. And I'm like, oh, I want to read with them. So it's also been really good. Like Memory, Sorrow and Thorn, for example, is a series I've been wanting to finish for 30 years. And because of the read along on Josh's channel, I'm finally getting to read it. So, you know, there's good and bad in the sense of it's good to get some of these books read. It's bad that I can't just slip in something else because I've committed to too many things. So next month I'm not committing to anything. Or as little as I can anyway.
That's the trick. I mean, 2 years ago, like at the end of the year, I was really excited about all sorts of books that people were talking about, and I committed to way too much stuff. I was in a readathon there and 2 buddy reads there and a read along there, you know, and I only completed about half of it and felt really bad about the other half. And that was when I was like, why do I do this to myself? This is actually stressful. I'm not enjoying this.
Yeah, that's
so I stopped. Like, I'll do 1 buddy read a month. And usually more like 1 every 2 months.
I think that's
usually small, like me and 1 friend. Like Tori and I have read some stuff, just the 2 of us together. And that's a little less stressy feeling for me anyway.
Well, I generally do a couple of buddy reads throughout the year with my friend Jacqueline. And of course, now that I have this Patreon book club, I generally read those books every month, which I really do enjoy. But sometimes there's just too many other things going on. And usually I don't have much else that I've committed to. It's just for some reason this month I do. Yeah. Okay, I need to catch up a bit with the chat. Sorry, guys. You need to give me a bit of grace because I'm still trying to get used to it.
Raph said something I find cool. Fantasy is like math. You can derive everything from prime axioms, and for fantasy, the axiom is Conan. kind of true.
I missed that. I can't even find that. I am so behind on the chat, everyone. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, this is also. I've done a lot of live streams, as you know, Kath, and I'll free you from the burden. You don't have to keep up with all of the chat.
Okay.
Especially if you're not alone. If you're alone, you keep up with it because there's nothing else to do.
Yes, of course.
But like if you've got someone there, then you don't have to stress about the chat. People will not take it personally.
Yes, as long as people understand, I'm doing my best to try to keep up with everyone who's coming in, especially. Hello, Stelios. I know you just finished Memories of Ice. I'm looking forward to you reading House of Chains.
Evie says I sound tinny.
You do a little, actually. I wasn't sure if that's because I'm hosting.
No.
Hi, Paramita. Hello. No, so nice to see you. Thank you so very much. Yeah, the 7 was a big surprise, I must admit. Came out of the blue. Hi, Evie. Oh, my God, I'm so behind. Hi. So nice to see you.
This is now what I sound like. I mean, in real life without a microphone.
Better. That's better.
Yeah, no, I just, for some reason, it had screwed up the inputs, and I just turned it off and on again, as that's the solution to
That's normally how you sound on the lives. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
I have no idea how I sound on the live because I bought this because I was not happy with my other mic. I bought a Yeti. I did some research. People were saying, everyone was saying, get a Yeti, get a Yeti. But I got to say, it really gave me some grief. And I thought, fine, I'll get a boom and I'll get a new mic and see how I go.
Yetis are, yeah, I had a Yeti to start with as well, and they're a good starter mic, but like if you start getting into audio quality and stuff, they get pretty annoying pretty quickly. I got this, which is a shotgun mic.
Yeah.
So it's extremely directional, and it's
Yeah.
also got a pretty good range. So I can put it like 2 meters away from me, and as long as it's pointing at my head, it'll pick up really well. And if you listen here, it sounds probably much different than if I'm speaking here.
Yeah.
You know, because it's super directional right in front of the point of it.
That's what this is. This is new.
Yeah.
Because I am such a geek and I love tech, and I thought, I don't like this mic. I'm going to get another one. This is, I think, a Rode.
Rode's good.
Yeah, I love Rode. Rode
makes some great stuff.
Yeah, thank you very much, Alex. That actually helps to know that the audio is good with this, because I just felt I didn't always like the audio with the Yeti.
No, you can depend on Rode. Rode, I used to shoot like on my shoulder, kind of running around doing things video. And I always had a Rode on top of the camera, and Rode's dependable stuff. They do good mics.
They're Aussie too.
And they're Aussie, and they're not that expensive.
No, compared to a lot of others. I tried a few things when I first started, and the only one I really liked was my Rode, and I've still got it, and I've had it at least 3 years now. That's what I use for my videos. And I thought, fine, I'll get this one. I just thought, oh, I don't know if I want something hanging over me or right in front of my face, because some people talk like this. And I thought, yeah, no, not for me. But it picks up enough, I think. So sorry if that was a bad noise for you guys, but yeah. Tech support 101. Turn it off and on again. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, it's good that it sounds better. And you have
well, when I originally joined, I didn't have it set up because I had it in the living room where I was recording game footage. And that means it was going on the mic on my laptop. And then when I just plugged in my boom mic, my shotgun, it didn't switch properly. So I just switched it back and switched it back, and now it's fine.
Yeah. So, okay. So you've got one, Raf. Yeah, I highly recommend Rode. I've never had any issues with my shotgun mic, and I'm really liking this one as well so far. So what are you reading at the moment, Matt?
I'm not really. I haven't.
Taking a break?
I mean, technically, I'm in the middle of Curse of the Mistwraith.
Yeah.
But I just backed out of the stream with Jody Wirtz tomorrow because I'm only halfway through, and I haven't been reading that much. Partially, it's a book that didn't really hook me.
Yeah.
I can't in any way say it's bad or that I have any problem with it. It just didn't. There are some books where I'm like, I would rather read this than eat more or play a video game or do anything else, you know?
Yeah.
And it hasn't been one of those for me. And other than that, I've been having mood problems. And other than that, I've been playing a lot of video games. Why is my... I'm going to adjust my mic. I'll be right back.
Sure. So I might go back and see if I missed anything. And I'm sure I did. Or just ask me a question, as long as it's a reasonable question. Oh, thank you so much, BJ. I really appreciate that.
That should be a bit better, I think.
Oh, Matt is another YouTuber. Did you actually tell people who you are? Because
no.
You.
No, I'm Matt on Books. Hi. I have a channel called Mad on Books. I don't make videos, but or not anymore. But I do run usually a weekly thing called the Sunday Pub, which is
awesome.
a chat hangout 2 or 3 hours for bookish, nerdish people like us. And people join me on screen. Actually, anybody who wants to join me on screen is invited to join me on screen if you go to the Fireside Discord, which is where Kathi and I spend a lot of our online time lately.
I love Discord. It's been one of the best things I've done in a while, actually.
It's
a great group.
I mean, I host it, so I think it's with Josh from Red Fury Books and Joanna from Joanna Reads. So it's probably a little patting myself on the back if I say it, but I'm on a lot of bookish Discords, and ours is the best. And not just because we run it, but it's really just the community, all of the people there, the way the conversations roll out, the absolute lack of assholes. Like, there are no assholes.
Yeah, I agree with that. We don't always agree, but that's okay. We don't have to.
Yeah.
As long as we're respectful of each other. And I feel I'm not on a lot of Discords because I'm not really interested. I've tried a couple. And I just find that I don't always mesh with the group, depending on why. It really depends on the people. Sometimes I feel a little old for some of their Discords.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. So I think I just feel very at home on the Fireside. And
I mean, that was part of the idea of me and Josh and Joanna getting together. Joanna's young and beautiful still, but Josh and I are old guys. So we felt it was a little more age appropriate for us, if we're going to run a Discord, to be doing it with people in the neighborhood of our age, and of course that then attracts people who maybe are on average a higher number in their age than some Discords.
Well, sometimes you can feel really isolated being older on YouTube, because YouTube is such a young person's game, I feel. And sometimes I feel that.
I mean, a lot of the people that you see that get big are a lot younger than you and I are. For sure. But there are a lot of people in their 50s and their 60s that have channels that are doing pretty good. I mean, they're not superstars on YouTube, but their channels have got 100,000 or more subscribers. So it's not like. I also say on YouTube, nobody knows how old you are. On my gaming channel, I don't show my face. They only hear my voice. Right? I play a game. I show the game. I'm not on the screen. And unless they've clicked in the right places and found my book channel where they can see my face, I think a lot of people might think I'm 30 or something. Who knows?
Yeah. Your voice is not always indicative of age. It's very hard to say how old someone is. I've been told sometimes I sound like I'm 18 on the phone. I'm like, it's been a long time since I've been 18, but
it'd be nice to be closer to 18 again. But
yes. Well, I don't know about you, Matt, but when I think of myself, I still think I'm 25. And then I look in the mirror and I'm like, no, you're not 25, darling.
No, so far from 25. I know. I exactly know that feeling. My inner Matt is maybe 18 and still pretty stupid and thinks a lot like an 18-year-old, I think. And then I look in the mirror, I'm like, that beard gives it away.
Yeah, the wrinkles for me. Yeah. And the white hair, of course, though it's green now. I know this lighting, I can't get my lighting right.
I was going to ask, is that lighting or did you dye your hair green?
No, I dyed my hair green. You'll see it probably in a video, but this lighting is just not working for me. I need to find some additional lighting. I have struggles with lighting because I'm in a wheelchair. I can't just position lights anywhere because then I can't get around. So I've only got these little portable lights, and They just don't do the same job, unfortunately. But something.
I found a setup that works for me. I've got one light right there, which is the cool light, and that stays behind my desk where it is. And I've got one over there, which is the warm light, and that stays where it is. And
the lighting's great. I love your light.
Thank you. I like I said, I used to work as a photographer and used to do a lot of video work, so I know lights and I know cameras and microphones and stuff. So
it's more the actual physical trying to get it organized is hard for me, but it's something I'm working on. And to answer Michael, and I think it was Pebble, Cleo is sleeping in her crate. I've never liked crates, but this dog loves her crate. It's the only way she will go to sleep. That's my dog. For those who don't know.
Cleo is gorgeous.
Yeah, she is gorgeous, but boy, is she a demon from hell. But
I saw that she chewed up something.
Oh, what has it chewed up?
I couldn't tell what it was, but it looked like she completely destroyed a cushion or something.
Yeah, she does that. She is extremely destructive because she is far too high energy and nothing satisfies this dog. The only way I can get her to sleep is to put her in the crate and then she'll sleep because she has no off switch, this dog. She is like, go, 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 go. You walk her, she comes home, she lies down for 2 minutes and then I'm ready. Let's go again. I'm like, oh my God, no. Yeah, she wasn't meant to be a working line dog, but she is. Anyway.
As I'm very happy that I found a game for Fitz. For those of you who don't know me, I have a Maine Coon,
which is
Fitz.
Gorgeous.
She is gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
And in fact, she's coming over to do it right now. I found these little toys, which are basically just colored springs made of plastic, and she loves them. And she likes to play fetch, which is really convenient for me because I can stay put. I can read or watch a video or whatever, and she'll play, and then she'll come over and bring me her spring. And then I can throw it once, and she'll go off and play, and eventually she's exhausted. And I don't have to run all over the place and do things.
I know my dog, seriously, I'm not kidding. You walk her, you bring her home and she's ready to go again. You play with her. She lies down for a few minutes. She's ready to go again. She has got so much energy and that is not what I was looking for, but that's the dog I've ended up.
What you got.
Yeah. I have a trainer because she's needed. I mean, I've trained her myself, but she was just so difficult to discipline or get her to learn to walk, for example, that I have a trainer for her. And he said to me that she's extremely high energy. And I thought, yeah, something that you didn't need to tell me. He assures me that give her time and she will settle down. So she's only 18 months old. And that's not very mature for a German Shepherd. So a few more months, hopefully.
You can a family friend in Australia is a dog trainer. And when I saw him with his dog, who is also like, if you let his dog go and don't tell it anything, it's extremely neurotic and high energy, but it's also super well trained.
Yeah.
And he could go like this and the dog would come straight over to him and lay down. You know, like he wasn't using words. He had like hand signals and noises that he made with his hands. And his dog would absolutely 100% always obey everything.
Yeah.
It was super impressive. I've never seen. I mean, I think it's irresponsible to have a dog and not get it trained.
100%. Totally agree. I have a
for the dog and for everybody else around the dog.
I have a problem with little dogs that are untrained because they cause problems for the big dogs. My previous dog, not Cleo, but Remy, the German Shepherd I had before, she was fantastic, so well behaved. You could leave her off lead, she'd go, she'd come back when asked, wait for you to put the lead on and bring her home. And she was very obedient. but we'd have these little yappy dogs who would actually charge her. And I said to the owners, "You're lucky my dog isn't aggressive, because
Or
if
your dog could be dead.
yeah." And
Yeah.
it's like, well, it's only a little dog, so let them do what they want. It doesn't work that way.
They're not cats.
No.
The dogs also, like, the main reason a dog is neurotic is because it doesn't know who the boss is.
Yeah.
Dogs need a boss. And if you're a human and you have a dog, you have to be the boss. You have to be the alpha dog. And
That's kind of been debunked, that theory of the alpha pack leader, apparently. Though I do think that dogs need to know that you are the one in control,
yeah,
not them. But my dog is extremely willful. She knows so many commands, but she picks and chooses when she'll do it. Yeah.
I've been trying to train Fitz a little bit, and cats have an extremely short-term memory as far as learning things goes. And I think
they can
learn them, but you have to constantly remind them.
Yeah.
And the way you remind them is giving them food. That's pretty much the only way you can really train a cat. And it's just, I gave up. There isn't that much I need to train her to do anyway. She does fetch all by herself.
Cats are very easy compared to dogs. Not all. Some can be a bit of a nightmare, but yeah. So what has everyone got planned for today? Because I know this is the end of my day, but it's the beginning for many of you.
That's actually a good segue for me, because I need to go.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming.
I wanted to make sure I joined your very first stream.
Really
I wanted to keep you company for a bit, but I do have to go, I'm afraid.
No,
I think I'm still not 100% sure because it's very mood-based, but I think I'll be doing Sunday Pub tomorrow. So if you can and want to join, it would be lovely to see you. And those of you, I mean, half of your chat are Sunday Pub regulars as well. So would be cool to see all of you again. We'll see. I'm not promising anything yet, but have a look on the Fireside Discord tomorrow. And if there's a link, then you know it's on.
Honestly, if it wasn't 6 a.m., if it was 4 a.m., I'd do it. But 6 a.m. is just way too late for me. Yeah, it means I don't get my
I love how you call 6 a.m. late.
Well, I don't get
not early.
6 a.m. because I'm still awake usually around about that time. That's all. But anyway, thank you again, Matt, so much for coming. I really do appreciate it. And
Absolute
I hope you have
pleasure.
a great day.
Congratulations on your first stream, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Going to do a live stream in 3 hours and read about Battle of Blair Mountain first. Alex is going to work. Oh, it's a Saturday. I guess some people do work on Saturdays, right? And Van Tour, you are walking and feeding the dog. What kind of dog do you have? Read some more, have dinner, and play Outward. I don't play a lot of games anymore. I used to, very long time ago, like Civilization. I love Civilization, but I just don't play it much. And I know there's a new Civ out, but yeah. Who knows when I'll get around to playing it. Patreon Book Club, The Picture of Dorian Gray. Sounds like an interesting choice. Plans for today, reading, just waiting for the snow. It's so bizarre to me that you guys have snow and we have summer, though not today. Yeah, not today. Watching Poirot. Oh, sorry. Alex, I am a vampire, apparently, according to my friends. I stay up very late. It is now almost 3 a.m. here, which is fine. I never go to bed at 3. I usually go to bed around 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I wake up a little bit later. I had to say, I actually have read the picture of Dorian Gray. I read it many years ago and then I reread it not that long ago. I really like it actually, and I hope that people enjoy it. You're watching Poirot with David Suchet. Yeah, I love David Suchet as Poirot. He is, I don't think I can imagine Poirot now unless I think of him. He just epitomizes the character for me. I actually did watch the show as well and I loved it, though I didn't like that sometimes they changed the story from the actual book. That I was like, yeah, you don't need to do that. But anyway, you have Sundays and Thursdays off. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I hope that you have an easy day at work today. And I'm so grateful that you've come to the live. Hey, Ventura, a Frisian Staby Hound. I am going to look that up because that is a breed I do not know. And I know a lot about dogs, but not that one. Alex, have you got a channel? How is it I don't know you've got a channel? How is it I don't know that? I am going to find your channel and I will subscribe. Don't worry about that. The fact that civilization is so successful is the reason Conan is not a gamer. Oh, Parameter, is Dorian Gray one of your favorite books? Have you also read anything else by Oscar Wilde? I really like Oscar Wilde. I went through a stage and I read most of his books when I was younger. I have definitely got to go and watch your channel, Alex. Plans for the day, Jacqueline. Reading, watch hockey, yeah, and possibly nap. Okay, I'm going to confess that I'm an old lady because I had a nap a few hours ago. My cousin called it a granny nap, and I thought, yeah, okay, I'll confess. I had a granny nap in the evening, but that's because I didn't get enough sleep. Yeah, heavy rains. I tell you what, can you guys hear that? Probably not, but it started raining again. It has not stopped raining. Oh, you're going to get slammed with snow today too. What does that mean? That you guys can't go anywhere? Because we don't get snow. So we are not stopped from going out and about any time of the year. So it's hard for me to imagine what it would be like to live in a place where the snow or the weather stops you actually doing things. Yeah, it was clever. So ask me anything you want, people, and as long as it's within reason, and I reserve the right to refuse to answer, but this is my first live, and I so appreciate absolutely all of you for coming. Yeah, I cannot tell you how grateful I am. So I'm happy to answer questions you may have. Mashu, after this, it will be dinner, bath, and bedtime. 5 kids. Wow. Amazing. And you read as well. Yeah, good on you. I had somebody once say to me that they didn't read much because they worked. I don't know. For me, it was always, hi, Colton. So glad to see you as well. Yeah, for me, reading has always been such a part of my life since I was a little kid that when I finished exams or when I was studying for exams, I would take a break, and my break was reading. And I worked, and when I worked, I did a lot of reading. It didn't matter. When I got home, I read again. It's just something I've always done. You're going to take a break, Stelios? Read something else perhaps, or just not read at all and then go to House of Chains? Wonderful. Thornell, we're doing a read-along of Guns of the Dawn on the Fireside Discord. You should join us because I'm going to be reading that too. Ain't that true, Raf? And I'm so grateful to you too, Raf, for coming along. I should send you a link. Yeah. Next time I have a live, I'll send the link or I'll make it public. Oh, I'm still learning. So, yeah, forgive me. I should have done that earlier. I would have been very happy to see you here. Yeah, the real trick was painting the damn thing. Yeah, definitely. Because I'm small, it's no problem. No, Alex, I really love supporting small channels because I remember what it was like. I'm not a large channel. I've been doing this nearly 5 years now. In May, it will be 5 years. So I feel it's important to support all channels, especially new and growing ones. So I will definitely find your channel. Well, it's the same for me. This is a hobby. I don't do it for the money. I don't do it for fame. I do it because I love talking about books. And there's nothing better than talking about books with people who are like minded, even people who disagree with you. I love that discussion of breaking down a book and seeing what different people get out of it. I love how many recommendations I have found, how many great books I have learned about through YouTube. And I love talking to you guys. It's my favorite thing. It's really the reason I do it is the community that I have built. It means more than anything. And I think I can't stress enough how it's because of all of you that I continue to do this. Otherwise, I think it'd be very easy to say, no, I'm done. I'm done with YouTube. But I love the community. I love so many people that I've met through my channel. It's the best thing I've done in many, many, many years. And it's extremely rewarding. I agree with this, Michael. Yeah, I love Murder on the Orient Express with, it's not Ustinov. I think you're wrong there. I think Murder on the Orient Express is with, I've forgotten his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Peter Ustinov played Poirot in Death on the Nile and Evil Under the Sun. In case you guys don't know it, I'm a big movie buff, so I watch a lot of films as well. I appreciate you too, Alex. Michael, there are a lot of people I know who have dogs in apartments. I don't think it's a terrible idea. It's just a matter of making sure you also take your dog out for walks because they don't want to be locked inside all the time any more than we would. That's the problem. Oh, you can hear the rain. Isn't that cool? Oh my God, yeah, that's how loud it is. And that's how good this microphone is. Well, regarding dogs though, I know a lot of people in Australia in apartments, we call them flats, they have dogs. A lot of small ones, but they have dogs. The Happy Prince, the Nightingale, and the Rose, and the Selfish Giant. Oh, I haven't read all of those. So I'm going to have to go back and read some more of him, or it's been so long I don't remember them. I love Tears Played, the comedy. Oh, which one is that? Okay, it's 3 a.m. That's my excuse for not remembering the name of it. The Importance of Being Earnest. Yeah, I love that one. I've seen it performed as well. What is the average speed of a laden swallow? I have no idea. Is that a reason? Is there a reason you asked that, Raf? Question, how fast do I read? I guess that's a difficult one to say. Depends on the book. If it is a thick or densely written book, it takes more time to read than one that's lighthearted or easy. It takes me a lot less time to read, say, an Agatha Christie, even than say Pratchett. Pratchett will take me a little bit longer. Malazan will take me a lot longer because it's much more dense and there's a lot more information. Not information, a lot of detail that you need to take in. It's more complex story. So it will depend on the complexity as to how long I take. But on average, I read between 50 and 100 pages a day, sometimes 200 if I'm really into it. And roughly, I read about 8 books a month. So about 2 a week, sometimes more. Obviously, if I'm reading small books like the Christie books, yeah, I've read 10 in 1 month and a lot of other things as well. But when they're larger, yeah, it takes me a bit longer, obviously. How many books are in my library? At last count, it's somewhere around 2,200. Yeah, that's a lot, I know. And I keep buying more because I want more because I love books. I know you guys can't see the rest of this room, but I have the bookcase behind me, which has some of my reference books, some of my classics, and some books that I'm wanting to unhaul. I have a circular bookshelf that is my TBR shelf. I have another bookcase down that way, and another. I'm surrounded by books, and I love it. And if I had space, I'd have more books. My favorite book that I read as a kid. I have several favorites. The Narnia series, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe in particular. That one I absolutely adored. And the other one was the Georgette Heyer books. I loved those. The first one I read was These Old Shades, and that was a great book. Yeah, and the sequel. What made me start a channel? Oh, I actually didn't start a book channel. I started a plant channel. And it was because I had all these plants, or I got into plants in 2019 before COVID. But no one I knew talked about plants. And as I was researching plants, I kept finding YouTube videos, and I never watched YouTube then. It was simply for information or how to do something. And I realized that there was this great community in the plant community, and I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to share my experience because a lot of the content was US based or other countries and didn't really deal with the environments in Australia. So I guess I wanted to connect with other people and talk about a passion of mine, and that was a new passion then, which was plants. And strangely enough, it was my plant subscribers who kept asking me about my books. And I thought, I haven't read in a while, but now they're making me want to read again. So I'm very grateful to them. They made me start reading on a more regular basis. And what's my earliest memory of falling in love with reading? I remember my mum bought me a little golden book when I was 4, but I don't remember the book. I do remember, though, reading the Brumby series, which are wild horses, mustangs. In Australia, we call them Brumbies. It was books for kids, and I was horse mad as a child. So that's my most vivid recollection of a book. And I think that's when I fell in love with reading, because I realized there was magic between these pages. Eva, and enjoy or have a good day at work, Alex. Favorite notable book so far this year? Oh, it's still very early. It's only the middle of February. I loved The Dragonbone Chair. That was a favorite, definitely. And I'm trying to remember what else I've read. I've read about 9 books so far this year. Actually, I did finish The Bone Hunters, the 6th book in the Malzahn series. I started it in December, but I didn't finish it till January. So that is definitely one of my favorites, if not my favorite. Hello, T. Baggins. Now, I'm not sure what your first name is, and I apologize for that, but hello and welcome. Paramida, any preference for format of books while reading? Paperback, ebook, audio? And does it depend on genre or length? I always prefer physical books. Yeah, I love physical books because that's what I've always had. You've got to remember, I've been reading since I was a little kid, and I've been collecting books since I was a teenager. So ebooks, audio books weren't around when I was reading. That's something fairly new for me. And I only started reading ebooks around 10 years ago. Audio only last year. So definitely physical books. I don't mind if it's a hardback or a paperback. Either. Yeah. Mass paperbacks are fine. I just don't like books that have very small print because I have such poor eyesight. I can't read it well. And that's generally when I might read it on my e-reader. Eva, please do join us for the read-along. It started today, the 15th. But yes, you are more than welcome to join any read-alongs that we have. The more the merrier. Oh, Alex, you've been on YouTube for a very long time. Content settled on book stuff, yeah. The Star Wars. Timothy Zahn. I love Timothy Zahn. I'm actually grateful to Zahn because it was his Thrawn trilogy that got me interested in fantasy. I know it's not strictly speaking fantasy, but that is actually, that was actually the series that got me interested enough to want to read fantasy. Oh, I I have no idea what the capital of Assyria is. I'm trying to think. No, I don't know. I'm sorry. So I'm showing myself up as ignorant, right? I look like the internet book grandma, do I? Well, thank you very much. Oh, what can I say? I'm not a young person anymore. I am 60 actually. So, yeah, not young at all. I have been called the plant grandma when I was part of the plant community. So, book grandma, I don't mind, but I take it as a compliment. Thank you. I'm very glad that you found my channel as well, Alex. Albert Finney, that's who I was thinking of, Michael. A Monty Python reference. From which source? I don't know if it's a movie because I have watched pretty much most of Monty Python, especially the movies, but I missed that one. Well, you got to remember, I'm retired and I'm a fairly fast reader, I think. There are times when I read less than other times, of course, and there are times when I don't read at all, but that's very rare. And it used to be that I used to watch a lot of TV and a lot of movies because I'm a big, big movie buff. But lately, I'm just tired of TV. I'm tired of movies. I like watching YouTube, and not always. And I'm more interested in reading. You're getting through 2 books a month. That's a lot. You have to remember that most people don't read. Seriously, we are a small percentage of the population. Unfortunately, most people don't read books. Most people that I know don't read books. I have quite a few people, though, in my life that do read, but the majority don't. So I think whether it's one book a month or 2 months or 6 months, it doesn't matter. It's more than most people. And it's simply that I've got time. I'm an oldie who likes to sit at home and spend time with her crazy dog and read. So that's my thing, I guess. I'm a homebody. It's very nice to see you, Avantur. And thank you so much for coming. Yeah, shorter books, it's always easier to get through, isn't it? Hello, Weasel. Yes, I have seen the follow-up video of Naomi King. I think that she did herself a disservice bringing out that video, in my opinion, but I believe her anyway. I just think that people are just looking for reasons to disbelieve her. And I think she is genuine. Just like I think Daniel's video was the wrong thing to bring out, I think Naomi's second video was as well. But that's just my opinion. But let me be clear, I believe her. I do think that what she accuses him of did occur. Do I still buy new house plants? On occasion. I did buy a couple this year because I lost a few. And some of my plants go up and down and survive or die. And I've reached the point that I just don't have the patience for difficult plants anymore. Yeah, I thought you'd be happy with that, Eva. Well, I hope they did explain why there was all that plant content, but that was definitely, yeah, for at least a couple of years, a year and a half. Anyway, have a wonderful day, Alex, and I'm going to look for your channel after this. Parameter, is it really? I have read the first 2 books back in the 90s. And for some reason, I never finished it. Probably because I was impatient. So I'm really pleased to be reading it. I just reread the first 2 books this year. Next month, I'll be reading the 3rd. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it ends. Is moving still on the table? Yeah. Yes, it is, Michael. I have put it off for several reasons. One was that Claire was crazy and it would have been too difficult for me to move with her. And I don't like moving in winter, and I seem to always move in winter. So I decided, yes, I will move, but I'm going to wait till spring to look for a new place. And yes, I definitely need a bigger place. Honestly, if I could fit another 2 massive bookcases, I'd be happy because it will take me a while to fill them. Yeah, I think a lot of people do read ebooks. Let me know which one is your preference. What do you prefer to read, people? Is it physical books, ebooks, audio books? Which is it? Hello, MTV from North Florida. I hope you're doing well today. Thank you so much for coming. Space wizards are fantasy. Yes, I agree with that. Thank you, Ron. Though, of course, traditionally people would have called it sci-fi back then when I first read it. But I love that series. I reread it recently, and I still love it. I still love Timothy Zahn, actually. Is there a moment from a book you read at any point in your life that you had a profound emotional impact that truly changed you? Okay, this is a tough question. To Kill a Mockingbird. Oops, sorry if I banged on the microphone. I'm still getting used to it. To Kill a Mockingbird. I remember reading that when I was a teenager and reading about Atticus Finch standing up to the bullies, to the prejudice of the town, and defending this man, insisting on defending him. That really had an impact on me. I decided that that's what I want to do, something like that. So I guess, see, I've always had this great sense of fair play, of justice. And I think for that reason, it just spoke to me that people could be so honorable and fight for those who perhaps can't fight for themselves. Yeah. Book chat with Pat. I'll have to find her. Thank you, Michael. And exactly, 2 books a month is 24 a year. Honestly, I think if you read 2 books a year, it's more than a lot of people. The best way, BJ, is you could join the Discord, the Fireside Discord, because I do spend a bit of time there as well. Or you can always ask me questions on lives because I think this has been going quite well and I want to do this again in the future. Thank you so much for coming, Terry. I really do appreciate that you came. Thank you. Weasel, who are my top 5 characters in Malazan so far? First is Fiddler. I love Fiddler. Yeah. He is definitely one of my favorites. Casa. I love Casa. I never thought I would say that, but I do. Whiskey Jack. Who else? Oh, that's a hard one. I have to think about it further. I really liked Gessler. I've always liked Gessler. And of course, Quick Ben. Yeah. Kalam, he's not quite in the top 5. Apsala. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's more than 5 because, yeah, they're all coming back to me now, but that's some of them. Maybe that's going to be a video I'll do once I finish the series. Mashi, you like physical books. I tell you what, there's nothing like a physical book, but I love my e-reader because it is convenient. When I don't want to carry a big chunky book, say when I'm out and about, I can take my little e-reader and yet I can still read a book. So I love that. They're very handy. And sometimes when I'm tired or if it's a really big, heavy book, I like actually pulling out the e-reader because it's less stress on my arms. Still physical books for you, Michael? Audiobooks are mostly a third of the price for you on release. So you have a huge audiobook library. Yeah, I struggle with audiobooks because I need to do something. I can't just listen to it. And I need to knit, for example, and I don't knit usually in summer. So I think it'd be something I do more in winter. And it's just not the same as reading it for me. Whilst I really do enjoy the physical or the audiobooks that I've listened to, I'm still umming and ahhing about how much I am going to listen to in the future. It all depends. But I will continue to try them and read or listen to more books in the winter. So ask me again in spring how I'm finding audiobooks. K2U3, since I've been collecting for decades, I wonder if you know about a book or edition you bought for not a lot at all that is now worth a lot of money. I really don't know. Though I did notice that this Stephen King's books, especially the Dark Tower, the Viking editions, they have really gone up in price. I've seen them going for several $100s, but that's about all. Apparently, I have a Sarah J. Maas book, a hardcover I got quite cheaply. It was on special, which I've had for I don't know how many years. And somebody said to me that if I'm going to unhaul it, I should sell it because it's worth some money. But I don't think I've got anything that's worth a lot of money. They may have increased in value, but I don't know if I would say a lot of money. Though some of these Dark Tower books, they're going for a couple of hundreds, so it's not a little bit. You prefer physical, but ebooks are often easy on your way to work. Yes. And you like reading. Yeah, a lot of people do, especially if you're lying in bed. It's easier to hold a e-reader rather than a heavy book. Yeah. Yes, I can understand that as well. There's always the recommendations with ebooks. And there's a lot more that you can actually find in ebook format that you may not be able to find physically. Because whilst I love having physical books, there are some old books I can't find. And so, yeah, better to have a ebook, right? Than no book at all. Boo. Yeah, Boo. I love Boo. Yeah. Now, there's my most expensive purchase recently for a book, and that's not this side. That one right there. I don't know how to line it up. That is my one and only Eastern Press book, which is beautiful. It is leather and hand stitched, and it is To Kill a Mockingbird because it is my favorite. But thank you very much, Parameter. You reread it about 2 years back. Yeah, this is the thing. This is a book that I have read many, many times, and I'm due a reread. Yeah. A lot of time, ebooks work better for me due to your eyesight and weight of the e-reader versus a physical book. And you enjoy audiobooks during work hours. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't. Yeah, not for my work. I couldn't do it. And since I don't work, yeah, it's a bit hard, but I'm going to try to listen to a few in winter. Fidman. Yeah, he's the best, isn't he? I just adore Fiddler because he's your everyday man. Whilst I love a very powerful being like Quick Ben or Anamanda Rake, there's something about the common man. Yeah, there's just something about them. Callum. Oh, I've only met Callum once, I think, and yeah, he is not a good guy. I didn't know you had read Malazan Thornall. Yes, exactly, Michael. That is definitely a game changer for people. For me too. Sometimes when you're struggling to read, you can increase the font and then it's so much easier to read a book. I have a elderly friend who I convinced to get an e-reader and she has the font huge, but it works for her. That way she gets to read a lot. which you never would otherwise. Hello, Lemon and Raspberry. Who is my favorite character in the Discworld series? I have a lot of favorites. Yeah. I love Death. I'd say he's probably one of my all-time favorites. And I love Granny Weatherwax. But I have to say, in the later books, I have fallen madly in love with Nanny Ogg. And I love Carrot and Vimes. Yeah, I love Carrot and Vimes, definitely. So I have quite a few. I will never be able to say just one. Yeah, I don't think so. Well, this has been going on for an hour and a half. I'm thinking it might be time for me to head off, allow you good people to get back to your lives. And I'm so grateful to all of you for coming. Thank you so very much. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. One day, Thornell. And yes, I hope everyone... Sorry, I got interrupted because I'm reading the chat. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goals are always marvelous. Personally, I'm not really interested in setting any goals for myself, but thank you all again for making this such a great life for me. I really do appreciate it. And I'm going to see you guys again. And I'm also going to perhaps change the times occasionally so I can also cater to other people. Love you all as well. Thank you. Take care, everyone. Bye.